my nerves is in the sticking place, and I'm sure I can handle this.
Okay.
I did
that I will become an evangelist. I started, as you have said, over 30 years ago. And I started from nothing, and the Lord actually helped me become a celebrity, and I was on the peak of my career for many years, and I never knew that this is where I will end up in life. But it is a long story. I accepted the call of the Lord. I struggled with the Lord for the period of 11 years. And I was telling God, why me? To be an evangelist, why me? Because I love what I was doing. I have my fans all over the country, all over the world. I would love to stay and enjoy what I was doing because I love doing what I was doing.
Great. Let's go back to the man at the console. We call him Baba.
Yes, Baba Demo, yes.
Felt you were singing and felt that you were not good enough and asked you out.
Yes, I remember. I remember that. Yes.
And asked you out. And each time I went back to WMBs and we discussed and he said to me, do you know how life is? That this is a man that at that time, a young man at that time was said, no, don't, come on, leave the stage. That is the man that is making waves, and that is the man with what we like to call you have a very soothing voice. Let me ask you, when that happened to you, did you feel put down?
No, I never felt it, because I know that I'm highly talented. And maybe when they are in school, for instance, people may not, somebody may be in the class, you may not be doing very well, but may have a bright future that the first 2 records that I did, I didn't make it. It's just a pattern of what you are saying about what happened in the studio.
That's right.
Baba Demo.
Yes.
I told the managing director of Decca West Africa, who was an expatriate then.
Yes.
Some said, young man, I don't think you can. I said, just give me a chance. Don't even pay me for the recording you want to do. Give me a chance, record me, and just try me.
Yes. We will talk about
what we are experiencing now. Right. In those days, there must be a hit. They call that hit. That is a kind of a rehearsal where you bring the whole band to the studio and they will listen to all your arrangements and the songs that you have.
Right. Yes.
You have to bring as many and they will select
which ones
out of that.
That's right.
So they selected and I passed through the hit.
Yes.
I was successful. After the hit, the second round will be they will record all the artists and they will have all the distributors to come and listen to all the, and if they order your record and your record, the total order of your record is up to 500. Then
they will record you.
Then they will pay for what they have recorded. Yes. If your total number is under 500,
they won't pay for it.
They won't pay and it means you are out. So I passed through the first hit and when it comes to ordering, when they ordered,
yes,
my number was 19 pieces short
of 500.
But the man, Mr. Crest, the expatriate managing director,
Mr. Crest, that's him, yes.
He said, I will order 19 copies. Because this young man spoke confidently that, because I told him the day I met him, I said, I'm a future star.
Yes.
I said, so just record me and you will see that I'm a future star. So he told me that I am ordering 19
to fill up
because he told me you are a future star and you spoke confidently, and because of that, and that was how I was recorded. That one sold somehow, but the next one brought me out.
That's yes.
That is Colombia.
This will be in London.
Yes,
it was.
Yes.
That's the one that a lot of people will remember. I did mention earlier on that the most lyrical, and you didn't see.
No, I didn't see.
You didn't.
And I never knew.
Yes. What kind of
true talk. Reason being that was my first trip to go international. I was at that particular time invited by the Nigerian Student Union, who invited me to London, and I had my show in London, in Liverpool, in Manchester, all around UK at that time, and it was very, very successful.
Yes. What character that maybe Juju or Yeshuku?
Fatah Rolling Dollar played
For Julius
Araba before he established his own band.
So that's the link.
Yes, that is the link.
What would you call your music?
I started my band. I decided to do two things. I was looking for an identity whereby when I record and people listen to my record, they will say, this is Ebenezer Obey, because we have, before then, we have Juju. I came up with High Life. I call it High Life Juju.
Yes, I remember that.
High Life Juju. That is where I came up with
Yes.
And I will record one side with my own High Life Juju and the other side with my own kind of Juju music. Okay. And I was saying, if they don't accept this,
they will accept this.
And eventually, they accepted both.
Fantastic.
It was a good thing.
Great that for you to do it on this show. You think you can do that?
Yes, I would like to do it now.
So let's have the path that you will now travel.
Frankly speaking, when the call of God came, when God spoke to me, that was why I struggled with God for the period of 11 years. Because I looked at myself at that particular time. I was at the peak of my career. Acceptance, talking of acceptance, my music accepted all over. So it was very of the money I was making. I thought of the power in music. Because you can reach anybody, anywhere.
Music is universal.
Yes. So, but eventually one night when I was praying and I said, God, please take this thing off and leave me where you have established me. That night the Lord spoke to me and said, if you sleep tonight, it happen that you don't wake up tomorrow. Because many people, when they sleep in the night, they say good night. What about if that happened to you? What are you going to do in the grave? Will you be able to play your music in the grave for the people who are thinking? Will you be able to hold on to everything you are thinking now? I never thought about all those things. Lord, here I am.
Take me.
Whatever you want to do with me, wherever you want me to go, I will go. And it is now 4 years that I left my career to come to the full-time ministry. So although I have the fear then of God, because one, I have a lot of satisfaction, I have peace, I don't have anything disturbing me. I'm occupied by the work that the Lord placed in my hand, and I'm in this position. I see I'm useful to my people. I'm useful to people generally all over the world.
Smooth. Obviously, something had to give.
Yes. Yes.
The band had to go.
Yes. I accepted the call. I called my band members and I told them, well, I am going to start working for the Lord. Because he called, I have struggled for the period of 11 years. I have said yes to the Lord. And when God speaks and when man speaks, we have to take one. So I have decided to accept the call. So I invited them, come with me, let's go into the gospel together. And they said, oh God, we are sorry. They like the glamour and everything that is in this show business. You are called, we are not called. We would like to continue. And I felt so much for them. I even tried as much as possible. But when they started doing that, there was 2 court cases. Because all my life I never disappointed any customer. I have good name, I kept that clean name. But when they had that one, then my lawyer advised me that if anything happened, it is me that people will take to court as it happens. So I have to tell them, I'm sorry, you have to go and find your ways, find a leader amongst yourself and go and do what you want to do. As for me, I've chosen this path and this way. I would like to do this one that I call good news. Jesus.
jù ròyìn lónìí ti Jésù o. Ìròyìn tó jù ròyìn lónìí ti Jésù o. Jésù tó fẹ̀mí rẹ̀ lé.